Okay, completely different setup here. Group housed, on straw, in hutches, outdoors. So I need to recognise how many hutches we've got. Typical issues with being outdoors like that. Fresh air is good, but drainage can be a nightmare for coming through here. I guess at some points we need to work out what the maximum number of calves in here at any time of the year is. At the moment it's not so. So let's keep coming, keep up here. Quite good protection from the wind. We've got a gap over here, but we can check with the owner how many issues they have. Again, typically this is the kind of thing where it wouldn't be a surprise to me to see this. It's a bit of an issue we have, but yeah, lots of fresh water inside the calves. We've got nice feeders. They've got access to a bit of straw to be chomping with them too. Obviously 4 calves to hutch. They look extremely comfortable in there, cutting away. They're all looking fairly clean, not too bad. We'll just finish our first wander through. There's obviously at some point more calves down here. This kind of flooring, not too bad until it gets clogged up. You can see the footprint of where the bedding's been before. Potentially a hygiene issue on these kind of units, because you have to ask yourself, how the heck do you clean that up properly? So a couple more hutches in the back here, pretty much the same thing. Yep, they've obviously been in the process of cleaning them up, moving them around, and some calves here. Might be a little bit windy in these ones. If it was me, I'd have the calf hutches the other way around, but never mind. So there's an overall picture, and then it gives you an idea of what to put on the drawing and what measurements you need to be taking. Rough description, don't worry about relative scale. The important thing is, you know, I've got the number of group hutches here, so that 4 is obviously not the same as that 4. Do not worry. I've got the layout generally. I'm now going to add the broad dimensions. There's a calf pen over here that's empty. Obviously that's the easiest one to measure. I'll do that, and then we'll just take the measurements of the wall that's protecting the whole thing, and then that link to the photographs that we would take of the site here. It really gives us all the information that we need. Empty pen, always easier to measure. So from the outside here, I've got, from there to there, I've got 2.2, so 2200 mil of depth. The pens are all of a similar design. The same with the width. I'm going here, funny enough, there's 2.2 meters as well. So that's just simply marked on the plan. The length and the width. And again, the same here, just to check it all out. Yeah, it's the same width. I just need the depth inside. I just need the depth inside, and that's 2.4. So and 1.7 high. There's 2,400, it's 2,200, and the height equals 1,700 mil. A little bit of ventilation at the top here, but none at the back. That's something, again, those are the kind of details to pick up in a photograph. To get the general dimensions here, this is actually quite tricky, and always be sure, until you get confident with the machine, to also pace out the difference. Approximately a meter, a good kit. But anyway, I'm looking here, so you press the on button. I've got my mark on the wall, and in these conditions, very hard to sort of be confident that you've got it on that end wall. So you just keep going and keep going and keep going as best you can. I'm sort of imagining it's at the back wall, keeping it as level as possible. I press the button again and I get a reading of 22.5. Okay, what I will do is I will paste that out. So just a quick check. I'm going here, that's about a metre. I'm going to paste meters up here, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and I would then just take the right angle. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I'm going to do the width as well. Clear the reading. Again, it's very hard in these conditions to actually spot the little red dot at the other end. I've lost it completely. There it is. The broom handle up there. I press it again to get a reading, and that's given me 18.5. So we've finished on that. I would certainly obviously have to put down the front of this one here as being basically completely damp. We'll put D for damp. That's completely damp area round here. A little bit of feces lying around. This one too, same again. This may be half, so that's completely damp. This one, maybe half of it damp. And we come up to the final one. I would say, again, that's completely damp. Whereas these ones along the front here, they were pretty dry. The point is, we don't need to get too pedantic about this. If it had been raining for the last 24 hours, they'd all be damp. That's normal, but it's just what we record. Yeah, here we could see for some reason, not immediately apparent, whether there's moisture flowing from somewhere else. But if it's been dry recently and this pen's that damp, then there's absolutely no doubt. That one is completely damp. The one next to it's damp. Not a big deal, it's just the way they are. Really, this is calf house number 2. There's actually hutches outside, very simply described. I'm not too bothered about the exact placement of any of these. What I have down here, using the compass that's in the box, that's the orientation. Just a little bit of detail that the photographs will pick up, that I've got buildings on this side, which means that obviously the wind coming from the southwest. It's really quite a well protected site here, but that has all the information on it that we need.